this is that Tier 1 RaceFace F1 racing game. But yeah, welcome viewers, and hope you're going to enjoy it today. It's going to be one heck of a race. These guys always manage to never disappoint in the race. So yeah, I can't wait to see action on the track. This is going to be one heck of a race. I'm hoping you guys are going to enjoy the content today. So it's going to be one hell of an exciting day, and these guys are going to show us some flames today. Definitely, we're going to be loving it. Right, so let's do this. Let's switch over to the track and let's see how these guys. See one of the guys already coming out. Right, so let us see. Marsh was one of the guys who just came out of the pits, and he's out lapped. It's quite an overcast day today on the track. That's gonna most probably affect the top temperatures being able to go up a little bit quicker than usual. But this is going to be one interesting quali, as I see the guys are going to have to really shake and bake those tires into action to really get them into mint good heated up conditions to make sure that they get the best traction on the road right here. So it's going to be one hell of a day today. I'm always excited when I see these guys on the track. It just really excites me all the time. They bring out so much energy in me. It's something I can't explain, I must say. These guys have so much talent, and they're fighting to be right at the top. Right now, we will just be getting on board with Marsh, one of the fast drivers that we have on the track, and let's see how he does on his hot lap or quali lap to say. Let's see how he does on this one right here. So let's see how he goes through the first corner. Will he be losing a lot of speed going into the corner, or will he manage to give himself a good exit out of that corner right there? So what a nice quick entry into the first corner right there, clipping the apex quite perfect, almost to say perfectly, but that is definitely one interesting entry and exit right there, but it looks really good. We're already getting yellow flags down on pit straights, but let's carry on here with Marsh going just blistering right through the right-handers right here. Let us see how he does going down to the Escari as it comes up. Looks like he invalidated his lap on that one right there. Went a little bit too wide, just hitting the track limits right there. So now let's just get on board with Marsh's teammates Azure as he starts his hot lap right now. Let's see how he does right here. A little bit, a bit of lock up there. A little bit slower than Marsh on the first two corners right there. But we'll see how he does as he approaches the next corner that's coming up. Will he be able to carry out the speed to get a really good exit right here? Braking a little bit late there, clipping the corners really nicely, right on top of that sausage chain, trying not to go a little bit too deep into it and not to press a bit of too much acceleration on that sausage right there. So that is looking really good there for Azure, as he's now actually getting towed from Andre right in front of him. I feel like this is a little bit of an illegal move right here, but you know what can you say? He just happened to be out there at the wrong time. Oh, look at him there. He gets a purple. He gets a middle sector right there, purple. So that's looking really good there for him in sector 2. Now let us have a look and see how he does as he goes out in the final corner. A lot of speed coming out of the corner right there. Looking real good right there. So let's see how he does as he will be right on top. Oh, interesting time right there. So, I see a lot. We've missed out on a few guys right here. as they all pretty much almost came out at the same time. So as we're looking at it right now, we've got Azure in first place with that 118.7. In second place, you have Titan, who also has a 118, but just manages to lose on that pole position by almost a hundredth of a second right there. So that is something right there, ladies and gentlemen. So let us have a look and see how Chris will be able to manage, trying to get as much toll from the guys who are going down the straight. They really went out quite wide there. Oscari doesn't look like he's gotten a really good exit out of that one. He must have already lost a few seconds on that corner right there, and definitely validated his track, his hot lap right there, because of going out wide and just going a little bit too deep into that corner right there. So that's really close. But we almost had an incident right there going into the pits. Quite a dangerous move there coming from Leandre there. Right, so Quinton is currently on his out lap. Let us have a look and see if we can catch anyone right here. So Quinton is on his out lap, and he's starting to get his tires nice and warmed up right here. So that is going to be one heck of an interesting time out here for us to see. As we're looking at the times, they're quite close to say. I mean, it's literally like hundreds of a seconds to 200 of a seconds difference. This is the kind of racing that we're looking at there, is that, you know, the difference shouldn't be that far off. So you know already it's going to give us a lot of interesting overtakes and a lot of action, side-by-side action going through the straights and corners today on Monza. So this is going to be one interesting race today. But let us have a look. Let us have a look how Quinton will be able to manage to get himself all the way up there. As you see that Marsh has also decided that he's going to go out again. He's still on his out lap. Let's see how Quinton fares out on his quality lap right here. Will he be able to get himself right there in the middle of the pack, or will he get himself right on top of the guys at the top, like with the likes of Azure, Titan and Mackie? And let us see how that goes. Nice entry there on the first corner, but having a really slow exit there. But ladies and gentlemen, you know, sometimes slow can also mean the car is actually moving quite fast. So we've seen this from previous quality laps, and we always thought it is slow, but it tends to be a faster lap. Nice good entry. Nice good entry coming from that corner right there. That is looking really good for Quinton right now, as he goes through the right-handers, carrying out a lot of speed. Backing off a bit there. He could have managed to get a really quicker exit out of that corner there, but he did back off. So yeah, that might actually make him use a bit of speed going down the straight towards Ascari. Definitely looks like he did invalidate his lap on the first few corners in sector 1. So he's going to have to try this once again. Let us get on board right here with Marsh, who has not set a lap. He did invalidate his lap on the first tryout, so he's trying this again. Let's have a look and see how he does. Getting a really good exit on that right-hand corner right there, going through towards Ascari with a lot of speed under the DRS. Let's see how he does through Ascari. Will he manage to get a really good exit out of Ascari? Yes, it definitely does. It doesn't look fast, but it looks really tidy, so I would assume that is definitely a fast exit right there, with a lot of speed carried out, as you could have seen there on the dashboard. Really nice entry on the last corner right here, going a little bit wide, just managing to keep the car in a really good composed way right there. And he's going to have to try again to set his lap, because he did invalidate his lap on that previous one there. So locking up on the first corner right there, not managing to get a really good exit there. So he's going to be a little bit slower than everybody else, but Azure did a similar thing and he managed to get the fast time. So we're just going to have to wait and see how Marsh does on this lap right here. Otherwise time is running out for him. Ooh, losing a little bit of the back end there on the exit when you got onto that sausage. But looking really good here from Marsh. Everything is looking really good. Ooh, nice good entry and exit right there on the right-handers. So, wow. This guy's one of the talented drivers that we have out there. And we'll try to get on board with the other guys. Ooh, getting the fastest lap, fastest sector in sector 2 right there for Marsh. So that is definitely looking really good for him now. So we will be expecting him to be right up there in the top 5. Let us have a lot of speed carried out on this final corner here. Let us see where this puts him right now. And boom, right there in 3rd position. Just a tiny bit shy away from Titan right there. Oof, wow, what an interesting lap that we just got there from Marsh there. Well done to him of getting into the top 3 position right there. So now let us have a look and see how this goes for the other guys on the track. Oof, right, so we are now on board with Fluffy. So he's right into it right here, as he is definitely on his flying lap, and let's see how he does going through a scurry, carrying out a lot of speed on the entrance here. Let us see how it looks on the exits. Looking really good and tidy right there. That should give him a bit of extra. Okay, that is interesting. I would assume he's giving way to Puss right there, who's on his hard lap. Looks like Fluffy has aborted his lap right there, so he's going to be going into the pits. Ooh, a lot of mistakes are happening currently on this current qualifier, so we are seeing a lot of issues coming up right now, and I hope things will get better for them as time goes, because if these issues carry on, they will be getting a lot of penalties during the race, and that is something that you do not want to end up with during the race. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how things go for these guys. So let us have a look. Right, so we have already went past the halfway mark for this whole entire quali session, and looking at these times, ladies and gentlemen, these times are quite close. They like literally hundreds of a seconds to tenth of a seconds difference. So this will tell you how much action we actually will be getting during the race. This is going to be one heck of an insane time to be watching this race today. So whoa, this is going to be one interesting race today that we're going to be seeing. But yeah, let us see how this is going to go for these guys. As we see, we have a few guys who are on the out lap, Quinton and Fluffy, who are quite close, almost run about 20th of a sec, 10th of a second right behind each other right there. So that is definitely looking quite tight for these guys here. So let us see how Fluffy does right now on his flying lap. Will he manage to beat his current time and get himself a spot right up top with the faster guys out there, having a really good entry on that first corner, but not managing to carry out the speed. A little bit cautious coming out of that exit right there. Interesting. Let us see how this goes. Oof. So we have 3 minutes to go for this quali session to really end, and so far it is not looking good for the guys at the back who have tried and tried to break themselves into those one teams to say, but you know what, these guys are just gonna have to try again. They're gonna have to try again. Hopefully they can go out there and try to prove themselves to be a little bit faster than what they are right now. So let's try to get on board with Martin right here as he goes through towards his last corner right here. Will he be able to get himself into a sub 20 on this lap, or is he gonna have to try again for this? Oof, Martin getting himself into the sub 20s right there and managing to put himself into the points position right here. So now we are looking good for Martin. I'm sure he'll be pleased about that time. That's going to be one heck of an insane time right there. So whoa, well done to Martin. Oh, Azure bettering his time right there, doing a 118.3. From a 118.7, he's now gone to 118.3. Ladies and gentlemen, that is one heck of a blistering flying lap coming from Azure right there. So that is just pure. Ooh, whoa. Okay, so we just went past one of the Ferraris right there of Zio, who was just looks like he might have not been able to get the traction down going onto the right hander and managed to spin out his car right there. That is not something that you want to see, and hopefully he won't be doing that same mistake during the race, because doing that will just definitely make you lose a lot of points, as these guys are fighting it out there for the points to make sure that they're in good grace and in really good high spirits on the points level right there to make sure they can win the league. But so far, you know, it's looking a little bit obvious on who's going to be first place right now, but we have been shocked a few times in the previous races where other guys have managed to, you know, to beat Azure and beat Titan. So it's, you know, this always happens on race day. So let us trying to get on board with Leandre right here, ladies and gentlemen, as he will be trying to get himself into the sub 20s. Let us see now. Will he be able to get a really good entry and an exit on the next coming corner? How will he do right here? Let us have a look. Oof. Oh, going a little bit too deep into the corner there, losing out on the exit speed right there, but that will cost him severely going through on the overall times. But let's see if he'll be able to manage. What a really good exit right there. Let's see if he's going to be able to manage to cover up that last time from that corner, and these coming through corners right here, approaching the Scurry. Will he be able to carry on with the high speed? Oh, very nicely done there on the entry right there, carrying out a lot of speed and goes out wide and having to back off the throttle and having to quit his flying lap. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Having a really good entry and having to back off and not being able to break into those sub 120 right there. So that will be it for today. That will be all for today's qualifier, and it should be one heck of an exciting race as we are now getting ready to rumble, ladies and gentlemen. So right now we have Azure in first place, followed by Titan, really closely followed by in second place. You know, Titan managed to better his time from a 118.8 to a 118.4. This is going to be one heck of a close race right there. And then in third place, Marsh. That is looking really good for him after he's had a few issues with his hot laps and validating a few of these laps. So yeah, that's good for him that he managed to recover from that and get himself a third place position right there. And then in fourth place we've got Mackie. You know, Mackie tends to start right behind the pack right there from the top three, and he manages to creep himself right into things. But followed by Fluffy in fifth place, Jazz in sixth place right there, and Quinton in 7th place, Spark in 8th, Zeal in 9th, Koos in 10th, and that closes up the points, the points position right there. And 11th place is taken by Martin, and 12th place, Corsair, that's interesting. He's got 12th place right there. That is an interesting one. He is actually one of the fast drivers that we have on the track. I wonder what is going on there. Does he have the right setup, or is just having issues with this track? Not everybody's good on this track sometimes. And then finishing off by Leandro right there in the Williams in 13th place. So ladies and gentlemen, let's now get ready to rumble. This is going to be one heck of an interesting race that we're going to be going through right now. If the times are super close, just pretty much, just 2 seconds between first place and last place position right there. So this is going to be one heck of a race for everybody to watch out for. And the biggest problem right now, I know this track, ladies and gentlemen, this track, that first corner, if people are going to get too eager, we're going to be seeing a lot of spare parts on the track, and that's not what we're looking for. And we might actually even be getting a safety car from a lot of collisions that will be happening on that first corner right there. So let us hope that does not happen. Let us see how this turns out for these guys as they go off on the warm-up lap right here. So they're getting their tires all shaped and baked up, nice and warm. So let us have a look and see how these guys go through. Are we going to have drivers who are going to be quite aggressive on the tires to get them nice and warm on this beautiful warm day on the track? Or we're going to have guys who are just going to chill out a bit there and just relax and see towards the last sector of the track and try to get their tires going. Ooh, we're already getting a few guys bobbing and weaving there, trying to get their tires nice and warm. But you know what? These soft compound tires, ladies and gentlemen, do get warm quite quickly, so you do not have to worry so much about getting those tires warm super quick. Well, this is quite interesting. Leandro and Jose going for me. Ooh, we see one of the McLarens hitting the wall right there. That is not looking really good right there. Trying to warm up the tires and just managing to hit the wall right there. That is definitely not good. Oh, it was Fluffy who hit the wall. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, as much as it says it is disqualified, he will be able to start the race. So that's as far as I know from this game. So if you do get disqualified during the parade lap that we are currently on, and as you can see, the guys are bobbing and weaving super closely. That is quite dangerous, trying to get the tires nice and warm. So this is just a matter of who's going to get a really good pull away between all of these guys, and who's going to manage to get their noses right in front before that. Israel getting disqualified there, and Titan he's going to manage to get their nose right in front right there on the first corner. So we're going to have to see. Let me see where I can put you guys, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to be riding with Mackie just to try and get a really good bird's eye view when it comes to this first corner as we come towards it. So this is going to be one heck of an interesting race, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, I'm sure these guys are quite nervous right now. This is a nerve-wracking moment right now as the guys are about to start, and lights are out, ladies and gentlemen. Let us. Ooh, one of the Alfa Romeos just managing to smack the wall right there, and let's start finish. All right, a few bumps and bobs right there, and we see that the Red Bull is now right in front of Titan, followed by Marsh right behind the Red Bull. Mackie having to defend, from Jazz's attack right behind him right there. Will he be able to keep Jazz away from him, or will Jazz be able to get himself right? Oh, they're now side by side, almost getting into it, and Jazz manages to just pull off a little bit and backing off from Mackie in the McLaren right there. We're just going to have to see. We'll just try to do another attempt on Mackie on this first lap right here. As we see, we've got Marsh who's managed to go right in front of Titan, and we have Azure having to struggle at the back after hitting the pit, well, the start-finish wall there on the left. That is definitely not looking so good for it. Ooh, oh, wow, that racing point there, trying to really risk it in from Spark right there, trying to get himself right in front of Fluffy there, but not managing to get any moves from that one right there. So now, let us try and see how this goes right there in front, as these guys are quite nice and close. And would they be able to make any moves right now? It's a little bit too early to tell if anyone's going to make any moves right now. So we're just going to have to wait and see, and see how this pans out. So let us have a look. Will the Ferrari try to make a dive in? It definitely no. Backs off from that one there. He's not decided that he's decided not to take that dive in, as we have blue flags. Interesting. That is quite interesting right there, ladies and gentlemen. We have blue flags for some odd reason. And it's, yeah. So we're going to have to see how this turns out between these three guys up front. Oof! In a McLaren of course, just, well, it's not of Titan. Well, that was a Red Bull of Titan. Just losing a bit of traction coming out of that exit right there. And now let's try to get on board with Titan and see how he's doing right here. Going towards the Scurry. We'll be able to catch up some speed going through the Scurry, or maybe not. Oh, really good entry right there. Marsh seems to be a little bit slow. He might be carrying a bit of extra fuel. This will give Titan a bit of an edge on that exit right here, and getting that nice toe if he does want to get it. Oh, safety car, ladies and gentlemen. Quest. Oh my god. That is not looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely not looking good. As we have Quest, who's had an accident right now, so that is definitely not looking good at all. So now, what's happening in these guys' minds is, should they be going into the pits to decide and just take another set, just to change up the game, or are they going to stay on these soft compound tires? I mean, right now, positioning is quite valuable to these guys, and oh, we see the race leader went into the pits right there to go in for the hard compound tires. So I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a hard tire change of going from hard to soft towards the end. So that is quite an interesting one right there. See, the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, the safety car tends to be the great equalizer. So, Wow, this is going to be quite interesting, as people are already changing their pit strategies right now. So everybody's now under safety car, and it looks like Titan has decided to stay out and stay with the soft compound tires. So I would assume that he's just going to push these soft compound tires as far as he can into the racing stints, onto his first stint, and then most probably go onto medium compound tires. But this is one interesting one here. So these guys who are going on hard compound tires, they're just mostly hoping to see if they can get somebody out there to actually cause another safety car, and it'll change up to another set of compound tires, and most probably will go on to mediums or softs. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you've just joined us right now, you just missed out on a bit of action on the first lap. We've had a few overtakes right here and a few changes, as you can see right now. Our race leader Marsh, who decided to go into the pits for hard compound tires, followed by his teammate, who had a bit of an accident on the start, and he's right at the back, and he managed to do quite well during his qualifier, making sure that he takes pole position. But right now he's right at the back. He's having to push from all the way from the back to try get to first place position. So this is going to be quite interesting. We'll be seeing a lot of overtakes coming from him, and whoa, the safety car always does change up things right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let us see how this pans out, because a lot of guys are eager. As you can see right now, we only have Titan, and he's one of the faster drivers in this current lobby, and he's leading, and he's going to try to pull as much as he can from the other fast guys before he goes out and into the pits to get his new set of tires. Most probably he's going to go on to mediums. I have a feeling he's definitely going to go mediums, but chances are I can still go hard compound tires to take them all the way to the end of the race. But we'll just have to see how this turns out for these guys as we are still under safety car, as the guys are starting to get the tires nice and warmed up. Let us see, will the safety car go in on this lap, or will we have another lap with the safety car? But I'm definitely sure the safety car will go in on this lap right here. We should see some information on that just now. So as you can see right now, the guys are bobbing and weaving around to try and keep their tire temperatures nice and cozy warm there. So getting them all toasted up as you see the guys bob and weave right there. So safety car is definitely going in on this lap here. Will Kose be able to hold back the rest of the guys to get a really clean getaway as soon as the safety car goes into the pits? Let us have a look right now. Or will we have Zeal trying to make a move on Kose going down the start finish towards the first corner? So here we go. As we go off and this race resumes again, we'll be seeing any action from these guys coming up right now. And looks like everybody's just pushing right through. Ooh, we have the pink Mercedes right there from Spark. Ooh, a bit of a lock up there from Kose. Almost going into Zeal's gearbox right there. That is not looking so good right there for him. But let's just get on board with Kose. Is he really eager to try and get himself into a good position right here? Ooh, see, somebody dropped down right there. We have a yellow in sector 1. That is not looking good. I have a feeling something has happened to Quentin right there. He dropped off the board right there to the very last position. Another mishap has happened again, it looks, in the same sector right there in sector 1. So that is definitely not looking really good for these guys who are most probably losing their wings. Let's try get on board with these drivers right here. Ooh, Quentin has lost his whole entire front wing, so he definitely did have contact with one of the drivers most probably. So ooh, right, so Fluffy also having to most probably have to go into the pits for that. Oof, that is not looking good at all for these guys here at the back. And this race is definitely turning out to be one heck of a interesting race. As you see right there, Titan setting us the first blistering hot time out there with a 1:22. This is going to be what an interesting one that we're going to have to see here. As the guys will also be trying to get the fastest lap. The guys who are in the points position, guys like Jazz, who are in 10th position right here. That is the last place for the points position. They'll most probably try to sneak themselves to get into the really good position right there, so they can try push for a faster lap. But let us now try get on board and see one of the fast drivers right here. Sure, will he be able to make a move on Martin? Or we will be seeing a lot of defending coming from Martin. Let's see how he does right here. Zio getting a penalty right there for multiple warnings. I would assume that is track limits right there. So that is not looking good for him, as he will definitely drop down the whole entire field if he carries on like this. So let's see. Ooh, Martin also getting a penalty right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you guys, during the flying quali, like the guys were pushing track limits a little bit too hard, and the game was a little bit lenient during the quali. But right now during the race, the game is not as lenient. Here we go, Titan bettering his time, definitely. So that is definitely sure, just taking the fastest lap on those hard compound tires. And just note that the soft compound tires, which Titan has, are faster tires. Sure, rocking up on the first corner right there. That is not a good thing for him. They're losing out a lot of speed coming through to that exit of the second corner. But the soft compound tires are definitely faster compound tires. Thank you right there, Bernard. Definitely do not change the setup before the race. 100%. Trust me, I know, definitely. You shouldn't be doing that. You definitely lose the feel of it. 100%. That is Bernard right there on YouTube telling us that definitely you should not change the setup. That is a pro tip, ladies and gentlemen. You do not change the setup before the race. So yeah, as now, Azure getting a 3-second penalty right there. Oh, we got a bit of oof right there from Leandre. virtual safety car on. Oh my god, guys, what is happening? Guys are flying off. You're just destroying your cars. Like, you're just dropping off like flies. What in the world is going on with these guys? That is quite an interesting one right there. He most probably had the Ascari all wrong and had a really terrible exit and spin out. So that is not looking good for him. Right, so as we now resume after the safety car, this has got an interesting move right here from Azure, making sure, what a clean exit coming from him right there, looking really good. A lot of guys have already now went into the pits, and I was Fluffy getting another 3-second penalty right there. I'm sure they now, regretting not taking that pit stop when the safety car was in right there. So that's a oof for them. Let us see now. All of a sudden, Azure is right up there with the guys. So he's definitely making his way up through the field quite easily. Now following his teammates Marsh. Now let us have a look and see. Right behind him we have Martin, who's managed to drop off in the last few corners right there. He cannot handle the speed that Azure has. So that is definitely not looking good for him right there. He would be getting the toe right now on the straights, but it does not seem like he'll be getting that much enough toe to go through the straights right here to give him a lot of speed and to catch up to Azure. But now let's have a look right now. Azure having a really good exit there compared to Marsh. Let's see, will he be able to take Marsh on the next 2 laps or the next lap? Now Marsh is most probably going to buckle a little bit under pressure right there. That gave Azure got a lot of toe on that start-finish straight right there. That is definitely looking good for him. Having a really good exit right there. Marsh managing to keep his car in a really good shape and getting a good exit on that one also. Let us have a look and see how this goes out and pans out for the guys right in front. I'm sure Mackey's under a lot of it. Marsh going wide there, getting onto the gravel, which is not good. And as you can see, Azure just backed off from that one right there. He could have taken the place, but he backed off to just play it a little bit safe right there. But that is not good for Marsh as he loses a bit of toe right there. But Azure has a 3-second penalty. He's gonna have to push himself really hard to try and get into the right position for him to take the pole position if he will be getting onto it. Going out wide there, almost losing the back end of the car. But managing to keep the car nice and tidy as the guys are bobbing and moving to avoid the other guys from getting any toe through the straights. Let us have a look. Tighter getting a 3-second penalty. These guys are picking up penalties like it's nobody's business. That is not what we're looking for, gents. That is not what we're looking for. Oh my god, this is an interesting DRS train right here as the guys are going through to the first corner. Will we be able to get any action right there? Corsair really close to Mackie and managing to get a really good entry, but having to back off to avoid any collisions with Mackie and having a really terrible exit right there. Now putting him in Azure's sight right there to take him out now. So let us see, will Azure be able to make any moves on Azure losing the back end of the car in the same place that he went wide on the previous lap. That is not good right there. Sorry, not Azure, Marsh. Marsh, come on, keep the car under control, my man. You rather really just don't be too aggressive on those hard compound tires. This is going to be one heck of an interesting battle right here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, these guys are just out there pushing those tires to the very limits, pushing the track limits all the way as far as they can. But that is not looking really good for Mackie as he has a 3-second penalty. That just means that Azure just needs to go past Mackie, and it's all good for him. But he has to push a little bit harder. As you can see right here, we've got guys who are Marsha and Jose who do not have any penalties. Interesting exit there. Let us have a look. Will we be seeing any action coming through from Jose right up front there? He played a little bit safe right there, so that's going to be interesting. So let's try and get on board with the guys here. As you can see here, I can see how Marsh is using a lot of his DRS to try keep away from Azure and trying to keep up with Corsair, and it looks like Corsair is also using a lot of his ERS. Ooh, that is not looking good for these guys right there. Oh, nice one there from Mackie. He just has a lot of ERS to spend for himself on the straights to keep these two guys or three guys away from him during the long straights. So let's have a look right here now. Will we be able to see any moves coming from Jose? Ooh, getting him nice and close. If he can keep that car right in his sight right there and have a really good exit, he might be able to get enough toe to be really close going down the start-finish straights. He's getting really good toe right now with a lot of ERS being utilized right there. So Mack is going to be able to use his ERS and go on to Ridge and manage to keep himself away from Corsair. So this is going to be quite interesting. Will we be able to see any action coming from Corsair right here? No, definitely not looking so great for Corsair. And he tries to get out of that dirty air to make sure it doesn't lock up there. Corsair getting a penalty. Cutting the corner a little bit too tight there, Corsair. You just got to be careful right there with those corners. But this is quite interesting. This is quite interesting, as you see right here on board with Mackie on his hard compound tires, trying to fend off from Corsair with the medium compound tires, which they are faster tires. Ooh, damn, we missed out on the whole entire change between Azure and Marsh right there. Ooh, oh my word! Marsh losing the back end of the car right there. Oh, that is not good at all. Oof. Marsh, oh, come on. You gotta get yourself in there, man. Stay in the game. The eagerness, stay calm, young man. Oh, my word. Damn, we missed out on this one right here. As we see that Azure is right in front, and he's definitely right after these guys right here. Will he be able to take out Corsair? So right now we're just gonna chill on board of March so we don't lose out on any action right there. And let us have a look and see right now. And you can see that Azure is using a lot of his ERS right now. It's almost depleted, and I would assume also Corsair using that. Azure having to have a really good exit on that last corner right there. So that looked Corsair tried to see if he can make a move right there on Mackie, but that did not work out for him. So he's gonna have to try that again. He's been trying lap after lap after lap, and it's not working out for him. Damn. That it must be quite a stressful thing for Corsair, and he's just gonna have to have the patience, and wait for Mackie to make a mistake, All these guys up here are sitting with the 3-second penalty right there. If Marsh can keep it nice and clean and get himself together and get himself nice and close to the pole position guy within that 3-second gap, he'll be able to take pole position if he plays his cards right. So we'll have to see how he manages to get himself closer to Azure, or he's going to have to suffer a little bit with having no one there to give him a bit of toe on the straights. Oh, that is not looking so good for Corsair. As I can see, his jaw has managed to edge a little bit forward right there in the exits. Having a really good entry there. Oh, come on, get it under control. It just spins out. That is not good at all, guys. Oh, wow, no. Now he's going to have to try harder again. After having to push so hard, he's going to have to push again. Woo! Wow, what an interesting one. What an interesting one there. Ladies and gentlemen. Yo. Now I'm sure he does not feel like doing this anymore. He's most probably angry as hell. He's going to be driving angry and might start picking up a lot of penalties because he's really eager and trying to get himself into pole position. Because if Mackie carries on with what he's doing right there, he might be able to go all the way to the end with those hard compound tires and actually manage to take that pole position. But March is going to have to really push as hard as he can to get himself within the 3 seconds penalty right there from the guys up front. So right now I can see Marsh is getting closer and closer to Corsair, as Corsair is on the medium compound tires, and he seems to be struggling for getting in good laps. So he's gonna have to make a plan right there. Jose, come on, Jose. You gotta get yourself. Those medium compound tires are definitely faster than the hards. So let us have a look and see how this goes out. And you got Titan. Oh yeah. You got Titan right there, right behind Azure. Oof. Yeah, got some action coming there from Azure, managing to go right past Martin. Really nice move coming from him right there. Unfortunately, once again, we're missing out on all these overtakes from Azure. Every time he sneaks in an overtake while we're not looking. Oh my word, wow. But we'll try get something from that one there. As you can see, Titan is also on the attack. Right behind Martin, so Martin better watch out because Titan is definitely right on top of your gearbox, young man. You better start getting the car going. Titan having a really good exit right there. That's looking really good for him. Will he be able to take out Martin on this back straight right down? He does with the DRS, and it looks like that's an easy peasy move right there, leaving Martin to look like a tugboat on that straight right there, going through the Scary, carrying out a lot of speed for Titan right there. So that is a nice really neatly done move from Titan. And now the chase is on again for Azure to catch up to Marsh, and Marsh has managed to cut the gap down from the 3-second gap to 2.6 on the last lap right there. So Jose better watch out for Marsh, as Marsh is within that 3-second penalty area right there, to make sure that he takes his position. Oof. This is this is interesting. This is a spaced out. It's a whole entire spaced out thing race right here, ladies and gentlemen. But we're seeing people pushing themselves really, really hard. People, the likes of Azure and Titan, were really trying their best to, to get into that the top 3 position right there. So as I'm looking at it right now, it looks like Titan has got a bit of an edge on Azure. Definitely with the medium compound tires, a little bit faster, so he should be able to. Yes, almost taking out 100th of a second right there on the 2 right-hand corners right there. That is looking really, really good for Titan as he's about to catch up to Azure. Will he be able to carry out a lot of speed? Oof, a bit of a lock. Oh, Titan getting that 3-second penalty. Oh, that is not good for him at all. Now he's got 6 seconds, as Azure also has 6 seconds. Oh, that is now looking real good right there for Marsh, because I can see the guys up front now. They have 6-second penalties, and he is still clean. So, oh my God. Oh, okay. So Jose going into the pits right there. I almost thought there was a move that was happening right there. But we'll just have to wait and see how this turns out for these guys, as we now have Azure right behind Marsh right there. So Titan managing to really cover. Another 5-second penalty right there for Mackie for exceeding track limits. Those hard compound tires might be falling off for Mackie, so I think it might be sure, just messing up a little bit with the car there in the exit. But Mackie just okay, almost seeing a bit of a big mistake coming from Titan there, going a little bit too wide, hitting the gravel, and managing to keep the car nice and stable going out of the exit of the gravel right there. That could have been a really, really bad accident for him right there. But wow, so yeah, this is looking quite interesting, as we can see that Titan is managing to catch up to Azure, and he's getting that nice long far ahead stretch of toe. I don't think he got anything out of that one there. But we'll definitely see right here on the start finish. We'll be able to get some toe limit. Let's look at the speed. No, definitely not getting any toe for Titan. So he's going to have to push himself a little bit harder just to get himself a little bit closer to get some toe on those straights. Locking up coming from Azure right there. So he's going to have to. Titan losing the back end of the car a little bit there. So let us have a look. It looks like now Azure has really picked up the pace, and he's matching the laps, the time set by Titan. So he is doing quite well, but right now it looks like Titan's getting super close. Titan going out a little bit too wide again on that exit right there. That is not what we want to see there from the Titan. Just gotta keep it nice and tidy, and we should be able to catch up to it. Oh, managed to take down almost 200 of a seconds right there on those two right-handers on that middle sector. So that is looking really good for Titan. Let's see, Fluffy retiring. Oh, virtual safety car. Fluffy, Fluffy, Fluffy. Come on. Oof, right there. Fluffy retired right after going out of their scurry. That is not looking good. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. Let us see now who will be getting that drive through before being a little bit too excited during the virtual safety car. Ooh. Looks like Mackie went into the pits. Okay. Quite interesting. Will he be taking he's going out on softs. Okay, that's ooh, just see. Whoa, that was really close there. And you see Marsh also going out onto mediums. That is quite a strange one. I mean, I would have went out on softs. I would assume Marsh must have run out of soft compound tires there. So oof. This is now going to be one heck of an interesting one right there. Oh, Major locking up again. Yeah. That is not looking good for him, because now Titan is right on top of his gearbox. Will Titan be able to make a move towards Ascari? Will he be able to get a really good exit out of this corner right on the right side? Really looking good right there. Managing to get a bit of a good exit, but now we have Azure just really getting a faster exit than Titan, and Azure trying to break the toe going down towards Ascari. Oh, Azure getting a really good entry and managing to keep a lot of speed going through Ascari, but Titan going a little bit wide around the corners, but he still does have the good toe on this stretch right here. How will this go down for Azure going towards the start finish on the last corner? Will he be able? Ooh, Titan seems to be losing the back end of the car a little bit there, having to back off on the accelerator. But now let's see, Titan's got the DRS, having to use his ERS also to try and get that extra speed. Will he be able to complete that whole entire move? He definitely does. Gets the car right ahead. Very nicely done, cutting through that corner right there. So now it's looking really good for Titan. Now let us have a look and see, will Azure be able to make a comeback for this one right here? Will he want his positioning back? But right now we're looking at Titan. He's on 11 laps. Oof, locking up there from Titan. That shows that he's under a lot of pressure right now from Azure. Titan is trying to break a little bit late to avoid Azure from getting into a position to attack him in the corners right there. Oof. Titan, ooh, another 5-second penalty again from Mackie. That is definitely not a good thing for him right there. So now let us have a look. Now we have Azure getting a really good toe on the back straight, going through to the Ascari, keeping a lot of speed as Titan goes a little deep into Ascari, but managing to keep speed going through to the exit right there. So now the toe is working out for Azure as he goes through towards the last corner. Will he be able to carry a really good exit as he usually did throughout the other laps? Ooh, losing the back end of the car right there, so losing a bit of speed. But right now he's going to get some DRS, and he's just most probably going to use it just to get a little bit close and not make a move. Because if he does try to make a move on this one right here, oh, we're seeing Titan trying to, side by side, going into the first corner right there. Azure taking the inside corner and managing to squeeze Titan a little bit and giving him a bit of space there with a lot of respect. That's looking really good right there. Ladies and gentlemen, getting a lot of side by side action from these two guys right here who are trying to push themselves to very limit. Ooh, some defensive tactics right there coming from Azure. He's trying to get himself placed into the inside. Ooh, Titan losing the back end. Oh my word, he loses the back end of the car and he hits the wall. That is just almost I think that's a game over for Titan right there, unless if we get a safety car. Now we've got Mackie back into, Titan back end again. Oh, now we've got Corsair right behind Mackie right there. So now Titan is gonna definitely have to go into the pits, or is he gonna try to push on with the broken knee? I doubt he will. We'll be losing a lot of time on that one right there. So he's gonna have to try a little bit harder right now to Oh, that is not the. Oh, Marsh getting a 3-second penalty. That's his first penalty right there. It seems. Let us have a look. Yeah, that is first penalty right there. So he's gonna have to try and get himself all the way up. I would assume he's not really quite eager to get himself up the placing, as we can see right. So trying to catch up to Jazz. So now we have Jazz right behind Titan. Gee whiz. Okay, so Titan. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I thought Titan lost a bit of his wing right there, but it didn't. Seems like he managed to save the car after spinning out of the scurry right there. So that's quite interesting. Right, so let us now get on board with Jazz. Jazz, we haven't seen much action from Jazz in general. He's one of those guys who just take it slow and steady throughout the whole entire race. When I mean slow, it doesn't mean like driving slow, but just really being more cautious and understanding what's going on around you. He's one of the guys in the top 10 who's got no penalties right now. Using a lot of the ERS, definitely. So he's going to be under attack from Marsh in a few corners just now. It seems like Marsh. Ooh, Quentin taking the fastest lap right there of a 121. That is looking good for him right there. Looks like Ezra will be taking those hard copper tires all the way till the end. Oh wow, after having 2 boo-boo spin outs, Ezra is now gotten himself into a good position to take the pole position right here. So let us have a look. If he can carry on with just his 6 penalties, it should be really good right there. Ooh, virtual safety car, that is interesting. As you see, Spark has most probably lost his car somewhere. Let us have a look and see if we can track down where Spark has lost his car. Hopefully we can kind of get some telltale signs of what has happened to Spark as we are going through the virtual safety car right now, ladies and gentlemen. So we are looking like we will be having an attack from Titan on course A. These guys are teammates. Let us have a look and see. Where is Spark? Did he manage to also get himself spin out and scurry? It looks like it wasn't a scurry, an incident that happened in Sector 3. So now let's go back and see and have a look and see, will Titan be able to make a move on Corsair right here to try and get himself into 3rd position. Oof, Titan is good. Okay, so they both have the same number of penalties right there. These guys are they are both teammates, and let us see if any one of them will be pulling any rank to say, hey young man, let us swap around to see if we can catch up to Mackie. Titan playing it quite cautiously there. That is not the same exit that he always had throughout the race, but we'll have to see how this pans out for him, and as we go through the whole entire race. So we see that Marsh has managed to make a move on Jazz, which is really good there for him. Marsh is most probably really pushing as hard as he can to get himself closer and closer to Titan and Corsair. So that is it's going to be an interesting one right here, as he is within the 3-second penalty. If we deducting the 3 seconds from Corsair and Titan, Marsh will be in the 3-second penalty section right there to take 3rd position. So the only thing he needs to do is to make sure he catches up to these guys up front, and he is definitely catching up. I don't see Titan being able to catch up that much onto Corsair. Oof. Oh, nice good toe right there for Titan on the back straights now, going through a scurry, having a really good exit right there. Corsair having to go a little bit too deep into the corners of scurry, and now Titan has a really good toe and should keep him a little bit away from Marsh right here, but clipping the inside of the curb right there of the last corner. Let's see how this pans out for Titan, as he has lost a lot of speed going out of the exit right there, having to back out after clipping the curb right there. So let us see how this goes out for him right here. Will Marsh be able to make a move? No diving in right there. A lot of locking up from the two guys here, Titan and Marsh. Let us see how the attack goes on Corsair. Titan does not have It does not seem like, oh, Titan seems like he's got a lot of ERS. I thought he didn't have. But right now we have Marsh, who's used up almost all of his ERS. He's just going to have to recharge that ERS so he can wait for an attack. Titan locking up there, but again, ooh, Titan getting another 3-second penalty. That just gives away his fourth position to Marsh super easily right there. Ooh, Marsh almost losing the back end of the car right there, keeping it under control. So we're looking really good here for Marsh as he will be trying to mount an attack on Titan. Will Titan respond right here? Now they're all about to go to side by side towards the Scurry. Really close right there. These guys are playing it quite dangerously as, ooh, they're going through a Scurry. Side by side will be having, ooh, damn. Wow, what an interesting one right there as Marsh completes that attack right there. Now Titan is making a move back towards the start finish, but going a little bit too deep into the last corner right there in the entry, losing a bit of speed. Now he's going to try and save up his attack right now as he uses his ERS to go through the start finish with the DRS. Now he's going to be making a move on Marsh. Will he be able to complete it? Oh, Marsh managing to keep inside corner of that first corner, but Titan still has that inside corner on the last corner right there, going out of the exits, and Marsh having a really better exit than Titan right there. So now we'll have to wait and see if Titan's going to try and mount any moves coming through right now. Titan, Marsh closing up that inside line right there to avoid Titan from getting any advantage coming through. So now Titan is having to back off a little bit right there, and the more he backs off, the more Marsh will be able to catch up to Course A. Right now we have Marsh almost losing the car there. Just a bit of a wiggle tiggle there, a bit of shake and bake coming out of the exit. Marsh should be able to get a good tow going down towards the Scurry also. Oh, Course A getting another penalty, just really certifying and making sure that Marsh gets the third place position. Right now, let us have a look at the penalties, and it looks like Marsh is within striking distance of Mackie, so he does definitely get that second place. But Marsh has to make sure he clears these two guys out. They don't hold him back, so he doesn't lose his positioning. So let us see how this goes out for him as we go down the start finish. Will Titan be able to make a move? Nothing. He's got no ERS anymore. Ooh, a lot of lockup right there, almost hitting Marsh's back bumper right there. But Marsh and Kose having, looks like they really had really good exits right there. Both of them had a really matched up speed exits, looking really good, leaving Titan right behind them right there. Will we be seeing any moves? Oh, Marsh trying to make a move to us. Oh my God, what an interesting. That is a bit of a dirty move right there, a bit of a sharp, but I think we can accept that. It gave us a bit of action right there, but wow. Will we be seeing any moves coming from Titan right there? As Kose has lost his positioning to his teammate Titan coming out of that corner as he had a bit of a wiggle. So right now both of them have DRS, the two Red Bulls have DRS. Will they be able to get some tow going towards the last straight before the last corner right here? Definitely Marsh has managed to pull away really hard, and wow. What an interesting race, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Mackie getting another penalty. Oh my God. Oh, that is not looking good at all for Mackie. Wow, just really certifying the fact that, oh my God, Mackie just managing to keep his third position right there. Wow. What a finish, ladies and gentlemen. What a finish. What an epic race we got from these guys. Wow, that was tense. The racing was epic. Obviously, it was already known that because of the penalties, the guys would lose out on their position. But it doesn't hurt to just carry on pushing a little bit forward to avoid being held back into getting into a really good position right there. Well done to the guys who have given us a really good matchup today. A really good race. I really definitely enjoyed it. There were a lot of exciting moves, and well done to the race winner right there with 24 laps on those hard compound tires. That's pretty much almost the only tire race on those hard compound tires. Well done to Azure for getting the pole position right there. A good, we got Alfa Romeo of a 1-2 on on the pole. So, well, not on the pole. Ugh, sorry, guys. Whew, I'm a little bit excited right there. A little bit excited. Oh, both on podium right there, the Alphas. Followed by Mackie in his McLaren. So, oof, what a race and a half, ladies and gentlemen. Yo. These guys just, they do not disappoint on entertainment, these oaks. They are always giving it to us. I'm so happy with these guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today on our awesome RaceFace Racing League today. And Reggie signing off from the commentary right here. We currently have Joe in our first place, followed by another Alpha in second place of Marsh. Both of them are teammates, making sure that they get themselves right up there. And then in third place we've got Mackie, which is a heck of a good job done by him, followed by Jazz, who managed to get Titan and Corsair due to the fact that they have penalties in 5th and 6th position. And then Martin tried his best to stick right there. He managed to push himself from outside the points position and managing to get himself into 7th place right there. And Zeal just holding on into the points position in 8th place. And then right there, right at the end, we have Quentin in 9th place right there, and the rest of the other guys did not manage to make it. But what an interesting race, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you enjoyed that. Wow, I must say, I enjoyed it, definitely. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you take care of yourselves, and have a beautiful evening, and enjoy. Goodbye.